Hello everyone, welcome back to Sawyer Studios, and today I am doing once again another buy, hold, and sell video with the Star Wars sets that will be retiring, I believe at the end of this summer, maybe the end of the year. I'm pretty sure it's the end of this summer, and maybe some of them a little bit after, like September area. But anyway, I think yes, these are the sets retiring at the end of the summer. So whether or not you should go out and buy them, like right now, hold, as in, if you don't decide to buy them now, you decide to buy them like a year later, the price really probably won't inflate because the sets aren't that popular, maybe by like a couple bucks, but like you could probably literally find it for exactly the same price a year later. Or should you sell? Is this a good set to invest in? Maybe buy a couple, keep them sealed in the box, and get back a good profit later. And so this is my buy, hold, and sell for the sets retiring end of this summer 2021. Let's get into it. So before I get onto the list of which sets to buy, hold, and sell, just want to say, like, comment, subscribe if you're enjoying this content. Also, don't forget that when I get to 600 subs, I will be giving away my dropship and ATOT walker. I'll be making a video to show you how you can win it. So make sure you get to 600 subs quickly so you can win that coveted Clone Wars set. Anyway, first off the bat is set number 75266, which is the Sith Troopers Battle Pack. This one I'm going to say hold on. Unless for some reason you love Sith Troopers and are building a Sith Trooper army, hold. Because, battle packs usually, they usually don't go up in price, because at least the more recent ones, because they haven't really been that good. Like the minifigs in them haven't been that spectacular. Now the old Clone Wars battle packs, now those ones have gone up in price because, Lego has stopped making Clone Wars stuff and all that jazz. So I don't know, those, the battle pack might go up by a couple bucks by next year, but it's not going to be super insane until later down the road. So obviously, if you want the set, like, it's a cheap set, just buy it. But like, if you have the money, you're on the fence still, if you wait, it really isn't going to matter. Set number 75268, the 4+ Snow Speeder. Definitely hold on this. Yeah, definitely hold. I can almost guarantee the set will be the same price sealed in the box even after it retires. It's just not a popular set. Set number 75269, the Duel on Mustafar. Just buy it. Honestly, this is a cool little, like, just, I guess, display set if you love Episode 3. You just want something to display on, like, your office desk or something. It's a nice, small, little set. Comes with 2 great figs. Obi-Wan Anakin has some nice little playable features. It just looks nice. It's a nice display set. Just buy it. Set number 75272, Sith TIE Fighter. Hold. Unless you're collecting TIE Fighters, and buy, but hold, because this is when, once again, those sets, it's not that popular. It's going to take a while for it to inflate in price. You probably got a good 2-year buffer before it really, like, exponentially increases in price. So honestly, you got time to wait. I wouldn't waste my money on that set when we have new cooler sets coming out this summer. I would save, and I would definitely hold, because honestly, you're probably not going to end up buying it anyway. It's not big of a set. Set number 75278, DO. Hold, unless you like DO. But honestly, come on, like, what was it, 70 bucks for the amount of money that it is? The wheel doesn't even turn. It just, those buildable figures, some of them are really good. Like, I don't know, I really love the BB-8 buildable figure, even though it was really overpriced, but I got it for 40 bucks, so I didn't care. But anyway, it just, that droid, like, not really popular. And here's one downside to sets that aren't popular, that are popular later. Sort of like the Cloud City, the Master Builder Cloud City set wasn't very popular seller. And because of that, Lego didn't produce as much as other sets, and so there's less of them. They stopped releasing them, and then the price just zoomed up. It just exploded. in its price value after it retired, because there's not a lot of them, and not a lot of people have them sealed in the box. And so when it comes to unpopular stuff, sure, because it's unpopular now, it might be valuable later. Do I don't believe is gonna be one of those sets, because some sets are just unpopular for the rest of time. Like, some sets just don't flip, and it's hard to predict what those are. I'm predicting Do is just not going to be one of those. Set number 75249, the Resistance Y-Wing Starfighter. Just buy it. It's a good one. It's a really good set. Honestly, I would probably say it might even be a good one to sell. Like, it might even be a good one to keep sealed in the box for later. Now, it is from The Rise of Skywalker. People have mixed feelings about that movie. It doesn't come with a lot of exclusive minifigs. Like, you can get Zora or Zori or whatever the heck her name was in like that mini microfighter one. And so it's not like she's exclusive to that set only, because you could just get her in a $10 microfighter set. But yeah, if you want this set, I'll just buy it now. Especially you just go to Target or Walmart when it starts to get lower, closer to the retirement like date-ish, when they're trying to push Lego sets off the shelves to bring in room for the new ones. That's probably most definitely going to go on sale, so you probably could even get it for a little bit lower of the price than what it was retailed. So just buy it now when it's hot, and wouldn't be the worst idea to sell. I would just buy it though. Set number 75251, Darth Vader's Castle. This is most definitely a sell. This set has been around for a really long time, just because of popularity. And so there's a lot out there, which is unfortunate, but there's going to be a lot of people who become Lego fans later along the line. They're like, oh wow, Darth Vader's Castle, that was a cool thing to see in Rogue One. That's a cool thing to see in the comics. I wish I got that, I wish I was a Lego fan when that set was out. It's like, well, I have one sealed in the box. And there's going to be a lot of people who are just too young, who don't even know about Star Wars, who are going to be introduced to Star Wars and Legos pretty soon. So this is one of those sets that I believe, put down a good investment on, because, you're going to get a lot of people want Darth Vader's Castle. It's popular now. It's going to be popular later with other Lego fans who never got it. So I think that might be a really good investment for anyone looking out there. Set number 75254, the ATST Raider. I would buy. And here's why. Because it is a unique ATST Raider. You do get two of those weird creatures that are exclusive to that set. Cara Dune, we now know, is not exclusive to that set. She will be in the Moff Gideon's cruiser. So I believe it's the same variant, at least from the pictures that we've seen. So there's no point really getting it. I mean, it comes with a Mandalorian without his Beskar armor. So, the minifigs are good. But I would get it mainly just for the ATST Raider. It's a cool walker. It is a cool walker. I don't think really the price of that will go up, because it isn't like it appeared in one episode. Like, it's not like the Razor Crest where it appeared for like an entire season. So I would just be wary about selling that one. I don't think that's a good investment. So I would just buy it, because to have one is pretty good, and it's a good set. Set number 75256, Kylo Ren Shuttle. This is definitely a sell. However, I don't know when, if even, Lego is gonna start remaking sequel sets, because the sequel trilogy, is so iffy. I think people, I don't know, I think people like the prequels more than the sequels, from what I've seen. I don't know about the younger generation, but that's just from what I've seen from my friends, from people I've talked to. So Lego does remake some prequel sets, but I think it's going to be a while before Lego starts remaking sequel sets. So they could remake a Kylo Ren's Shuttle. I don't think they are going to be doing that for a while. And so you're going to get some people who, some kids who couldn't afford that stuff, or their parents didn't buy that stuff, who grew up with the sequels. Now, here's the kicker. These kids who, grew up with the sequels, grew up with Rey, Poe, Finn, Kylo Ren, they're in love with the sequels. And I've talked to some of the younger fans, they think the sequels is one of the best trilogy ever, because they didn't grow up with the original trilogy, or they didn't grow up with the prequels. And so these are movies that came out in their childhood. It's sort of now it has a nostalgic factor. They're going to get old enough, they fall into Lego. Parents couldn't afford the Kylo Ren Shuttle back then. It's the best one, because it actually is black, and the wings fold out, and et cetera, et cetera. So this is going to be the time where they're like, oh man, Like, I love Kylo Ren, but I couldn't have gotten it at the time. Now I want to get it now. There's going to be a pretty good demand for it, I think, once the younger generation grows up and actually gets some money and starts investing in Lego. So I think this is a good one to invest in. Set number 75267, the Mandalorian Battle Pack. This one's a hold. You know, there's just so many out there. Like, I don't see the price of this inflating by much at all. I mean, it probably will go a couple bucks on sale before it retires, so you might as well just pick it up before it retires. But if you really don't want to, then, you know, there's no harm in waiting for that one. Set number 75271, Luke Skywalker's Land Speeder. I'd say buy on this one. And this is weird because I know land speeders, right? If you don't have one though, or if you have a really old one, this is a really good update. And this is the best Luke's Land Speeder ever. And I would hope that the more recent sets are the best ones ever. That's not always the case. Clone Trooper, Tank OTT. But this Luke's Land Speeder, this one is a really nice looking one. Comes with a really good Luke as well with the poncho. It just is it's a really good rendition of Luke's Land Speeder. I would say buy. This is a good one. However, I mean, if you don't buy it now, I'm sure like we'll make one in 5 years. So who knows? Set number 75270, Obi-Wan's hut. I'd say hold because it's just a hut and there's not really anything special about it. There is that Princess Leia like hologram piece, which if you want that piece, cool, you could probably just pick it off of Bricklink. Yeah, just hold. I wouldn't get it. Set number 75273, Poe Dameron's X-Wing Fighter. I'd say this is a sell because once again, this is the best Poe Dameron's X-Wing Fighter that they've made because the engines actually like work with it just is more accurate. And once again, just like the same reason as Kylo Ren shuttle, younger generation grown up, couldn't afford it at the time, wants to afford it now, wants to buy it now. And so collecting Lego, all that stuff, sequels, nostalgia, just same reason. Alright, so the next two are helmet sets. 75274 is the TIE Fighter pilot, and 75276 is the Stormtrooper helmet. Both of them are holds for me just because I personally don't like the helmet sets. I think that they are, when you finish building them, they're small, and I don't feel like it's worth the 60 to 70 bucks that they are. So or 50, I guess, but yeah, they just end up being small. I don't think they're worth the money. Set number 75275, the A-Wing Starfighter. This is a hold because, I mean, sure, the UCS set it's a good UCS set. Like, it looks really good. It's just the gunship probably is gonna look better. So, you know, if you're thinking, oh, should I spend $200 on the A-Wing Starfighter? Just think about it this way. That's $200 closer to a UCS gunship if you don't. And that's my reasoning on that set. Set number 75284 is the Knights of Ren transport ship. This is a hold because the ship sucks. Unless you want the minifigs, but you could just get the minifigs probably by themselves. I don't like the ship. It's just scrawny, has no inside really. It's so shallow. It's not good. Set number 75286 is General Grievous's Starfighter. This is a hold, and the only reason it's a hold is that you should wait till it goes on discount. So technically it's a buy, because I'm not saying hold until after it retires. This is a special one. I'm saying buy, but only buy at retail price. 90 pieces for 70 bucks? Like, come on. Or 80, but I don't remember what it was. 75, somewhere around there. Like, that's just egregious. And so just wait for it to go on sale. It will at least be hopefully at least 10 bucks off, maybe even 15 if you're lucky, depending on where you look. So keep checking Walmart and Target for that. Look out for those deals and then pick one up for a lowered price. Might even be lowered in the Lego store, who knows. Set number 75291, the Death Star Final Duel. This is a buy because this is such a sweet set, such a sweet play set. Comes with great figs. It looks great. It looks way better than the last one. It's more full. It just looks updated in everything. And so this is just a great set to buy. This is going to be a cool set. I'm sure it'll be remade later, which is why I'm not saying a sell. Because I'm sure that Lego will remake it probably in at least 7 years. So, you know, it's probably not going to be a good sell because, you know, people will just wait for another one to come out. It's like Luke's Land Speeders. Like, only the people who want to collect all the Star Wars Lego or specifically Luke Land Speeders are going to buy those. Like, if I miss a Luke Landspeeder, I'm just gonna wait until Lego makes a new one because it's practically guaranteed that Lego will make a new one. So that also has to go into consideration. Set number 75292, the Razor Crest. I'd say this is a good sell. Once again, younger generation, same with the Mandalorian, same with the sequels. Don't have enough money to buy the Razor Crest. It's a cool ship, even though it's exploded, and that I do believe will cause the demand to go down a little bit. It's still the Mandalorian ship. It was his OG ship. You know, we saw it for the majority of the Mandalorian as we know of right now, and it's just a good set. It is a quality set and it's a great set. It's actually my top 20 Star Wars sets, ranked probably around top 10, my bad, top 10 Star Wars sets. I ranked it 8 out of all of them, and so it is a really good set. I think people will really love it. By the way, check out my video, what my top 10 favorite Star Wars sets of all time are. That's a good video, you should check that out. Set number 75293, the Resistance ITS Transport. This is a hold. Galaxy's Edge, once again. Yeah, it's not one of those sets that you're like, oh, I need to get this, like $100 for that, or $100 for Bad Batch Shuttle, and just wait a couple months. Exactly. You need to be thinking ahead, everyone. Bad Batch Shuttle, same price. Obviously the better set than the Resistance ITS Transport. Set number 40391 are the brick sketches, the BB-8 and the First Order Stormtrooper, an obvious hold. Price is not going anywhere with that one. You could easily just bricklink it anyway. Set number 75317 is the Brickheads, the Child of the Mandalorian. Both of them I put buy. And here's, I don't collect Brickheads, but if I did, I would get that one. Both of them. Because it just, I don't know, it's cool. They're cool ones, and they do a really good job. I like how they look, and I think it'd be cool. I actually might go out and buy them. Like, I'm very tempted. I might just have them, like, put up here. I don't have any Brickheads. If I were to choose some Brickheads to get, it would be the Mandalorian and the Child. And the final one is set number 31200, which is the Lego Art Star Wars The Sith. Those, what are they called? Not Muriels. I feel so stupid. Those, it starts with an M. It's not a Mirage. Mosaics. Lego Mosaics. Wow, jeez. I'd say hold on these. The Mosaics are cool. They're a cool concept. And Lego's making more and more of them. It's just, like, at the end of the day, they're a bunch of studs that make a cool picture. And, like, that's cool. I mean, like, I could imagine getting a couple maybe for my house and hanging them up around. But, like, I mean, the Sith ones, yeah. I mean, unless you really love Darth Maul or Kylo Ren or Vader, or want to make the 3 Vader one, unless you really want to do that, then it's, you know, I just say hold. Because down the line, you could technically just get any Mosaic and, like, switch them out, you know, just buy the studs. And studs aren't really that expensive. You'd have to bricklink the parts. Maybe the shipping would be the expensive part. But even at the end of the day, you could end up just, I mean, studs aren't hard to come by. They're like the one thing that is guaranteed to get extras in every single set. So if you just keep on buying other Lego, the chances are that you won't even have to bricklink all of the studs. So I just think, you know, the Mosaics are something that you could definitely hold off on and just wait till later. Alright everyone, that's Story Studios Buy, Hold, and Sell for the Star Wars Lego sets that are retiring this summer / the end of the year. Once again, I can't remember if this is for the end of the summer. I do know, okay, let me just clarify this much. Even if these sets are retiring in August, most likely than not, you will still see them on shelves till like October. Why? Because retiring just means Lego stops making them and stops sending them out. Stores will still have them. It's just which stores, you know, like I guess how many people will be buying them off the shelves, and then, you know, once they do go on clearance, like how fast will they be gone then? So it's kind of like you kind of need to know your area, you need to know your store, you need to know those things. I can't help you with that, but just really be on the lookout for those sets. Make sure you have the money readily available. You know, check your stores every now and then. You can give them a call. are the sets on clearance yet? How many are there? You can ask employees, like, can you check in the back how many there are in the back and stuff like that? Because, for all you know, maybe they aren't selling good at the store and they still have 20 other sets like in the back, and that the shelves are just like not a good representation of how much time you have left. So that's why sometimes those sets, even if they retire in August and Lego stops sending them to the stores, it's just such a low populace of Lego people there, and if there are Lego people there, they just don't want that particular set, so it might be on the shelf for a while, so who knows. But if they don't want that set, you probably won't want that set. So, like, you have to take that into consideration as well. Alright, everyone, this is Star Studios once again. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.